In this video, I'll be sharing my TBR for the month of July, and this is like dropping pretty late. I know usually TBRs go around 1st or 2nd of the month, but still it got like delayed. I got into something and I never could finish that work. So yeah, better late than never. So I'll be sharing my TBR for this month, and these are like 5 physical books and 1 in Kindle. So a couple of books were there in my previous month's TBR, but I couldn't really finish all those books I chose in that month because of my exam. So after 20th, I read like around 2000 pages. That was just 3 books, but still I made some good progress in terms of pages, but couldn't really read more books. It was just 3 in the last month, so I thought let's carry on those books in this month. So we'll be sharing all those books, all those names, what all I've picked, like is having a couple of fantasy as well. So let's jump into this video. Let's first roll the intro. We'll later jump into this video and we'll share my list. Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. Hope everyone's doing absolutely fine. For those who are new to my channel, I'm Divam and you will find book reviews, unboxings, vlogs, and a lot many other fun stuff related to books and fandom. So if you're in that kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button, and now let's start this video. I think majority of you have already guessed the first book that I'll be showing you all, and the first one is Malice by John Gwynne. It's a fantasy book and I'm hosting a read along for this one this month. So we'll be reading Malice by John Gwynne. If you want, you can join and we'll be having a discussion towards the end of the month. Even if you don't read this book, you can join the discussion for the very first half. We'll be diving in without discussing any kind of spoilers. You can leave in the second half if you want to. So yeah, we'll be reading Malice by John Gwynne. I've already read this author. The Shadow of the Gods was the book that I totally loved and enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's a fantasy and I just don't know anything about it. Last month I was reading Rhythm of War and I finished it recently, and that's the reason I'm not diving into it straight away. I'm just taking a break from fantasy for a couple of days. Let's see when I'll be reading it, but before that I'll be reading YA or maybe some sort kind of book. So most probably I'll be starting this book around 10th of this month and we'll try to wrap up it by like 15th of the month. So yeah, let's join for this read along if you want to. If you're into fantasy books, if you couldn't really find paperback for this one, you can find a Kindle book for yourself and we can read it together. So yeah, that is the first book in this series. If you want, you can check my read along video, or you can check the Shadow of the Gods book review that I already did, I believe last month. So yeah. So the second book in this list is The Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan. So it's the 5th book in Wheel of Time series, and I was like looking forward to read this series from so long. Book 4 was something that I read in the last year, if I'm not wrong. So since then I haven't actually touched this series, and recently Wheel of Time updated the intro for this series on all of their handles, and that I actually got excited after seeing that. So I thought let's read it. Let's read a couple of books before the series drops towards the end of the year on Prime Video. So I have book 5 and book 6 with me, so most probably I'll read these 2 books before that series drops on our screen on Prime Video. So let's see how many books I can finish. If I couldn't really read this one in this month, then most probably I'll finish this book in the next, because my reading speed with Wheel of Time books is pretty low and there are so many characters and these books are like slow. So that's the reason I actually took so much time in reading Wheel of Time books. I think the first one was 2 to 3 years back, and since then I haven't actually read so many of them. I've just finished 4 out of like 14 books. So let's start reading The Fires of Heaven. I'm pretty much excited for the same, and if I have to talk about the summary of this book without giving away anything from book 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'll be talking about book 1, and it's a little plot summary from the same. So it is based on the 3 friends who are living in Amont Field, and they are actually taken away from that village to safeguard the safety of that village, because one of them is chosen one and we actually don't know who is that character. So that's the story. These are the 3 characters, Rand, Matt and Perrin, and these books actually explores their story at large, and there is a magic system, unique kind of magic system involved in this series. I've already reviewed the 2 books in this series. First one was The Eye of the World and the second one The Great Hunt. I like The Great Hunt more than the first book. The first book was kind of on the lines of Lord of the Rings, but I still liked it. It was on a average side, but still I like the series and I just love The Great Hunt. So yeah, that was the second book in this list, The Fires of Heaven, book 5 in Wheel of Time series. Let's see if I can finish this one or not. So yeah, so the third book in this list is Red, White and Royal Blue. This is the book that was a part of my last month's TBR, but I couldn't really finish this one, so I thought let's read it in this month. And another book from that month, from that TBR video, was Heartstopper Volume 4. That is a graphic novel series You will find the cover for the same here. So I'll be reading this book and this one in this month, and I won't be talking more about these books like I talked about them at large in that video. So we'll be like reading them and we'll be reviewing, and you will find my views for the same. So it's a LGBTQ rec and it's a graphic novel based on the same theme. So yeah, it's a romance book, graphic novel. I'm pretty much looking forward to it. So these are like my third and fourth pick for this month, and I think I'll definitely finish these two books in this month. So the fifth book in this list is a YA fiction. Name is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. It's my fourth book by John Green. I have read Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns and Fault in Our Stars before this one, and it is my pick from TBR game kind of a video I did a few months back, and I couldn't really finish this one in that month, like in the month of, I think it was April, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just clearing all those books I chose for myself to read in any particular month. So yeah, along with those two books, Red, White and Royal Blue and Heartstopper, I will be finishing Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, and then I'll pick new books. Then I'll jump into the new books for my TBR videos for some new months. So yeah, this is the third book. I won't be talking about this book again because I've already said a lot about this one in that video, in that TBR kind of a video. So it's a book, it's a hardcover, and I just love the dust jacket for the same, and I believe I'll be finishing this in in the next few hours because I've already started reading it. I finished 200 odd pages. Till now it is like pretty average for me, but still, let's see if John Green adds some new elements that we haven't actually explored in any of his previous books. So I'm like looking for, I'm eager to explore the ending of the same. Hopefully it is well. If not, then I'll rate it on a low side. So yeah, this is the fifth book in this list, and it's my fourth by John Green. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. If you want to read the blurb of the same, you can do so. The final book in this list is a hardcover again, and it's a non-fiction that I was planning to read from so long, and my reason was pretty simple to pick this one for this month because it's a book by Terry Crews. Name is Manhood, and it's his birthday towards the end of this month. So I thought, let's read it. It's the perfect month to read any of Terry Crews' books. So I know Terry Crews from, I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one of those shows that I recently discovered and loved, and I actually saw him in Expendables at the same time. I think he was in Expendables. It has been a while since I watched that series, and since then I wanted to get any of his books and I wanted to read any of his books. So I'm not exactly sure if it's a biography or he gives some kind of lessons to his readers, but I'm seriously looking forward to this one, and let's see how this one unfolds. If you want, you can read the blurb for this book, but it's a hardcover that is not easily available here in India, and I'm a big fan, and that's the reason I got it. So yeah, that was the video planned for you all, and those were the 6 books that I wanted to read in this month of July, and let's see how many I can finish. You'll find that exact number and short reviews for the same towards the end of the month in my wrap-up video. So do wait for that one, and do let me know how many books you are planning to read in this month, and if any of these books you have already read in the past. So yeah, I didn't really talk about 3 books that I already have shared with you all in my previous TBR videos, but still I talked about other 3, and hopefully I like them. So yeah, that was the video planned for you all. Do hit the like button if you like the content. You can also comment down below. As I've said, you can let me know your thoughts about the same. You can share this video with your friends and family. You can subscribe to my channel if not done already. We'll be catching up real soon. For now, that was all. Stay healthy, stay home, stay safe, and bye bye.